Hey guys, what's up? CaptainTurbo here, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man X. And there you saw, just for a brief second there, where the X Hunters, well, what stages they're going to be in. So if I went to, say, Overdrive Ostrich's stage, I'd be taking on one of the X Hunters. But I'm not going to do that. Next up is Bubble Crab. Pretty easy level, this one. This is also a level. In fact, all 8 levels have X Hunter stages in them, I believe. But obviously, it depends on what time of the game you go into, is how many stages you've actually beaten. Oh, got hit there. That's always a kind of annoying. Power up the Mega Buster. No, we don't really need it. And don't worry, we don't have to really fight this thing if we don't want, but... Do you know what, I thought for a second there my phone was ringing, but apparently it's just the big fish. I do need to get in front of this thing though, because I need to go up here. Yeah, I can't do that there. There's a heart tank, sorry. Actually, this level has both a heart tank and an energy tank, so... There we go. Heart tank acquired, that's 2. There's also a bit of health over there, as you can see, so I'm just going to go pick that up and let the fish get a bit more in front of me. Because the fish isn't really that... Like, it's annoying, but it's not really dangerous, but it's more like it goes really slow if you're behind it. But we've actually caught up to it already, because we can see its searchlights. If you get hit by the searchlights, it'll let loose this laser, as you can see there. Which, again, is kind of annoying. But you can avoid the laser if you're able to jump high enough. Just going in here to get that health pickup. Careful not to go to your doom, fall to your doom. And just waylay into it since I'm passing. Damn you. There is, I think I've just said this, but there is a E-tank in here as well. I can't really get to it right now. Some people can, I can't. Well, we're not actually at the boss yet. We're roughly at the... nearly there, but not quite. A bit more of the level yet. Oops. Don't know how I actually managed to hit that there, but never mind. I'll take it. If you come out here, this is where you would usually exit the X Hunter fight. Obviously, as I said, we're not doing the X Hunter fights though, so there you go. And before we enter the boss, I'm just going to switch out to its weakness, the spin wheel, whatever, I've forgotten the name of it. And yeah, this guy can be tricky, but I wouldn't say he's hard. Just keep doing this and you'll be fine. Like I said, there's really not much to these bosses, especially when you're using their weaknesses, so... Oh! And we should be fine, actually. I mean, it's getting a few hits on me, but I'm also using his weakness, and I've now got him in a bit of a pattern, so... That should do it. Yep, there we go. Not too tricky, to be honest. Kind of made it look a little bit harder than it actually is. I've done that twice now. I said I probably should have put a bit of practice in, but this is not that hard of a game, to be honest. Some actually say this is a little bit easier than Mega Man X1. I'd probably agree with that. But for beating Bubble Crab, we get the Bubble Splash, which is actually pretty useful against some of the bosses, can't lie. And your password again. Anyway, after beating Bubble Crab, can you guess where we're going next? Have a guess. We're going to the fire one. We're going to Flameset. Obviously, water always beats fire. The boss for this one is completely pathetic with his weakness, I have to admit. But we can also pick up another heart tank and an energy tank. Just in case you're wondering, there is a heart tank in every level, but unfortunately I'm not really good enough to get all of them, so I'll just be going for the ones I know I can get. Alright, first thing you want to do, jump on this. And just ride it all the way to the top, baby. Alright, go over here, E-tank. Now we have two of them. There's a extra life up there, but I'm not going to go for it. I'm not that stupid. Alright, I'd say switch out here to your finger wheel, because you're going to need it in the moment to get through here. So you can get that heart tank. Now dash like hell to get the fuck out of there. There you go. That was cutting it kind of close, but never mind. Yep, I'm going to let that thing crash into there so I can get into there. Another extra life up there. I'm not really too fussed about extra lives. I have save states on me if I need them. I'm using this here because it's good for close range combat, so... Well, I thought it was, but it's not really working for me. Damn you! Well, I managed to get to him, but unfortunately I also got hit quite a bit there. Thankfully the boss, as I said, is a complete joke, so we'll be fine. Anyway, dash over, and we're going to start the boss. Flameset looks pretty cool, but as I said, the boss itself is a complete and utter joke, so... Alright, once he lets go of those fireballs, jump over them really quickly and use your Bubble Splash. And this is the boss in its entirety. A complete and utter joke. It's essentially broken. The boss resets his pattern after you hit him, and... There we go. As I said, complete and utterly demolish the guy. A bit of a sprite overlay there. That's kind of cool. So yeah, after this I'm going to try and do the other Let's Play I was going to do earlier, because, as I said, this was meant to be number 2 on the list today. Not really working out in the order I wanted to go in. For some reason I couldn't get the sound to record, but then again it was a NES game. Hopefully I'll have got it to work by then. And there was your password, by the way. Anyway, after Flameset, we'll go to Moth. There's another, actually a upgrade we can get in this level. Oh, extra life. Actually, there's a bunch of upgrades we can get in this level, but I just mean in terms of a essential body upgrade. Use your I really wish I could remember what that thing's called. I'll have a look when we're done. Mega Man X, enter the capital. This enhancement will modify your body armor. With it, you can absorb damage and transfer it into explosive weapon energy. I also think it gives you a slight increase to your defense as well. I might be wrong about that, but you know, I honestly couldn't say for certain. He's going to show it off, and unfortunately we'll have to rebuild it all back up. It's good for one boss. And that's it. What the hell is it? Spin wheel? I'm just going to call it the spin wheel. I think that's what you call it anyway. Excuse me. Just dash over all this shit. And there we go. Up we go. Go along. Kinda got bombarded there by everything, but never mind. This is a mini boss. Get the bubble lead out. It's not the bubble lead, it's the bubble splash, sorry. Alright, wait for this thing to rise a little bit. As soon as this thing starts to crumble, start hitting it with this. Because, unfortunately, if you don't manage to attack that thing properly, it will go back into the junk and it will rebuild itself. So it's kind of a constant cycle, unfortunately. But I think the bubble lead's its weakness, so, you know, do what you have to. Just drop down here, be my advice. You don't have to go to the top if you don't want here, you can just drop straight down. Be careful, there are some instant death spikes around. This thing doesn't drain energy or anything, but it does kind of stop you from doing certain things. As I say, he's kind of taking control of me jumping and stuff. And he can also control your shooting as well. It was actually quite kind to me there. And unfortunately, they respawn really fucking quickly. We have a rehash of that same boss from earlier, mini boss I should say, so get your bubble splash out again. And there we go, beat him. And we can carry on with the level now. Yay! I had a horrible game crash at one point at this very spot actually, so thankfully I managed to avoid that. I was kind of biting my nails there. Alright, got the the fire dash thing out. And we have the boss, Morph Moth. This is his first form. Just wait until he starts burning and then burn him again. Kind of screwed it up there, but never mind. When he does this, just get onto the side here, and you should be fine. Wait for him to rise again, and you've got a quick shot at him there if you want it. Kinda got hit there, but never mind. I just gotta wait for his second form to come down, which is his actual moth form. 2 quick hits there if you want them. This guy does actually hit pretty hard, so be careful. And there we go, Morph Moth, beat it. Pretty easy, like I say, everything in this game has a weakness. If you've got that weakness, use it. Well, we've beaten Morph Moth, we get the Silk Shot, which is actually pretty useful in certain cases, which I'll probably show off later. Anyway guys, that's your password, and I'm going to end this off here, so I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoy this, and have a good night.